AVC Jack here. Welcome back to Vinyl Martini. As you can see, I am back in the home studio, back from vacation. I was gone for a little while. I went to Hawaii, the island of Maui, stayed in Kihei, had a great time. Um, I wish I could say it was really nice to be back home because it is sort of nice to be back home, but to tell you the truth, I could do with another couple of weeks of warm weather. Before I start showing you my January finds, I want to give a shout out to a new channel, at least a new channel to me. Fellow's name is Bill. His channel is BG Cummings. That is one word. I will leave a description in the down below so you can check out one of his videos, give him a sub and a like. Last video I saw, I think he has less than 100 subscribers, and he certainly deserves more. So why don't you check him out and help his channel out. Anyways, like I said, I went to Wailuku, to the only record store on the island, and I found a bunch of records. I brought home about 35 records. I showed my dollar finds in my last video. Sorry for the lighting in my last video. I had a lot of light behind me and it was kind of dark. But I like to do videos on location when I'm away, and so that's why I did that. And thank you for all my new subscribers. I am up to 732 or something like that, which is a nice number to have. I'm finally above 700. So thanks to all my new friends, and thanks for watching. Let's get right to it. Yeah, like I said, request records. And these are the records from the bins that I found, and well-priced records. Found some great grails to me. They're not exactly grails, but bands and artists that I collect, and filling out some holes. So right away, I'm going to start off with this Dave Edmunds album. Love Dave Edmunds, great guitar player, always true to his rock and roll roots, rockabilly roots. And this album was produced by Jeff Lynne. Jeff Lynne plays on the record, and I've never heard it. I've never even seen it in the wild before, so great to find this. I love Dave Edmunds, and yeah, album's titled Riff Raff, and it's from 1984. I showed a Brecker Brothers album, the last video that I got for $1. This one was not $1, but it is. I showed their first record in the dollar bins, and this is their second record, I think, on Arista Records. It's called Don't Stop the Music. Kind of a shitty cover. It's like Don't Stop the Music there. It's kind of, could they find a cheaper cover to do? But the Brecker Brothers, of course, horn players, saxophone, and trumpet player. They've played with everybody. They are session players, and they've put out, I don't know how many records they've put out. They've put out quite a few. Jazz rock, fusion, funk, soul, great stuff. This record is from 1977. Like I said, it's their second release, and haven't given it a listen yet, but I listened to the first one and it was great, so don't expect anything less than that from that record. Let me start with this. You know, sometimes you go to a bin and there's an artist that you're interested in. There's 3 or 4 records, and maybe you only pick out one, and then you go home and you think, you know, I should have got those records. So I am a big the Staple Singers fan, and this is a 1966 release. It is a very early release from them. More of a gospel record. I love the Staple Singers, fantastic. And this is an early version of the band. Who do we got? Do we have any names on here? We don't. Anyways, Pop Staple, of course, is the leader of the band. Mavis Staples was in the band. And here we go. Pop Staples' first real name, his given name, is Roebuck. His son Purvis and daughters Cleotha and Mavis. So very early. More of a gospel record. I don't know if you can see that, but somebody cut out this thing on both sides, so it's a little bit, the cover is really crunchy, but love gospel music, and like I said, I love the Staple Singers, and I'm so happy to find this. This includes Will the Circle Be Unbroken, King of Kings, I've Been Scorned, I'm Gonna Tell God, so R&B, soul, and gospel. So looking forward to giving that a spin, and that is on Epic Records on the yellow label. Staple Singers, Hold On to Your Dream. This is a mid-'80s record. Is it mid-'80s or 1981? So early '80s when they were they moved on to 20th Century Fox Records. More of a, I guess, more of a contemporary sound for them. A little bit of disco, a little bit of soul. Not the greatest time period for these guys, but I grab anything by the Staple Singers because I run across it so rarely where I live. So that was a nice find as well. And all these records were like $5, maybe $10. Certainly no more than $15. This is a great find. Excuse me while I pull that off. It's one of those flip up noisy things that came with the record. Mavis Staples, Time Waits for No One. Produced by Prince, 4 songs by Prince, 4 songs written by Mavis, and this is still in the shrink. It is in beautiful shape. I'm going to pull that off right now because that is a beautiful cover, near mint condition. It is on Prince's label. There we go. There's the Paisley Park label. Really looking forward to giving that a spin. Mavis lately has been working with the guy from Wilco. Now I'm going to have a brain fart. Anyways, the last 2 records from the guy from Wilco. This one is called Time Waits for No One. Like I said, beautiful copy, and so happy to get this. Can't wait to give this a spin. Next up, last summer when I was in Buffalo, a couple of people at Mike's Buffalo party, a couple of people bought this record and I passed on it, but I decided to pick up a copy of Trillion's promo album with a time strip. How do I describe this? I guess it's kind of Midwest prog, stadium rock, and as Mr. Shelf Stacker calls it, pomp rock. So I gave this a spin the other day. It's not too bad. Wasn't very expensive, and like I said, it's a promo. So great cover. Trillion. I think they're from Illinois, and a couple of fans. I think Steve Ace for Alice is a fan, and I know Emma is 8 Vinyl Low is a fan, and yeah, happy I picked that up. Next up, Sea Level. If you don't know the name, a couple of people from the Allman Brothers formed this band. It's more blues, jazz, rock. I don't have any Sea Level records yet. This is a nice copy, and there's a little sticker on here. It was bought at the Record Chamber, the Far East Shopping Center, Orchard Road, Singapore. So it is an American press on Arista Records. A couple of the players you might know is Lamar Williams, Chuck Leavell, Joe English plays on this. So always love my Southern rock. Never forget my Southern roots. So Sea Level, and it's called Ballroom from the year. Lighting in here is terrible. It's 1980, I believe. So there we go. Nice copy of that. Alex Beer and Vinyl is a CTI guy. I found a copy of a record on CTI. And this is Patty Austin Live at the Bottom Line from 1977, I think. They don't have a date on here, but I'm pretty sure it's 1977. And Patty Austin was a name that I kind of knew, but I didn't know anything specific about her. But Patty Austin was a background singer. She is a Grammy Award winner. She did a couple of records on CTI. She's had a long career, and you might recognize her name if you've ever seen the documentary 20 Feet from Stardom. She was one of the background singers that was featured in that documentary. And this is a great record. First side is a little bit big bandish for me, but the second side is way more soul music. Love Me by Name, Wait a Little While, One More Night, and Let It Ride. Really fine record, and happy to find another CTI pressing. I was really happy to find this record. When I did Americana Sam's Americana Vinyl Tag entry, or thread, follow that thread, I mentioned this guy, Tom Jans, and I only had a couple of his records, and they're very hard to find. And I've said it before and I'll say it again, but records find me. I don't find records. I don't have a list in my back pocket. I just go through the bins until something grabs my eye. So really, really happy to get this Tom Jans record. The date on here is 1975. He used to be married to Mimi Farina. The album title is called The Eyes of an Only Child, so I haven't listened to this yet, but I know it's going to be good. Singer-songwriter. He's always got a great band with him. See who's playing on this record. Some of the people that are playing on this record, they're going to make a liar of me. Okay, just bear with me for just a second. Billy Payne from Little Feat's on here. Chuck Rainey, Fred Tackett's on here. Tom Jans is on here, of course, playing guitar. Slide. David Lindley's on here. Jeff Piccaro's on drums. Jim Keltner's on drums. Harvey Mason is on drums. And Mike Utley from longtime member of Chris Christopherson's band's on here, and conga's Sam Clayton. Again, Sam Clayton from Little Feat. So this should be a really good one. The lineup is fantastic. So very, very happy to find that. Another promo album, and I am a big fan of Jimmy Webb. Better known as a writer and a producer, but he did do a few of his own solo records. Jimmy Webb wrote By the Time I Get to Phoenix, Wichita Linesman, Up and Away for the Fifth Dimension. So he's a great songwriter, wrote all those songs. This is an album from 1974. Rarely see a Jimmy Webb solo record in there, and it's on Asylum Records, and it's on a white label. So that was super. That almost made my day. One of the things that made my day. Next up, another one of these noisy, crackly sleeves. I am a big Buddy Miles fan. Pride of Omaha, Nebraska. Buddy Miles Express. Album is called It's called Bogger Bear. Shitty title, but going to be some soul, funk, and rock on there. And as I was cleaning it and was putting it away, the record back in the sleeve, it kind of wouldn't go in there. And I looked inside there, and it's got the time strip on there. So that is a promo on Columbia Records. It doesn't have the backing peeled off there and stuck in the front. So that's a little bit unusual to find that. So very surprised to find that. Love Buddy Miles. I still do not have that album is with him just sitting behind a drum kit. I'm still looking for that. I am a big Al Kooper fan, and I found this one. I've never seen it in the bins before. It's called Easy Does It. Al Kooper, of course, has played with everybody. He's a producer par excellence. Produced Lynyrd Skynyrd's first 3 or 4 records. It's a little bit of an eclectic record. I haven't listened to it, but it gets very good reviews. Double album on Columbia, and yeah, happy to add that to my collection as well. So those are the records I found in Wailuku. A couple of local records I found, adding to my Birds Roger McGuinn collection. Happy to find this. This is Roger McGuinn and Band. I grab anything I can find by Roger McGuinn and by the Birds. Almost nearing completion of getting all the material, but still got a few to go. So that's always something to look forward to when you don't have everything by an artist and you enjoy them. So Roger McGuinn and Band from 1975. This was an unusual thing for me to do, but this is, it's not a new record, but it was a sealed record. It is from, I think, the year 2017. Is that correct or not? No, I think it's the 2022, so fairly new. Wilco. Glenn Kellaway has got me back into Wilco. I stream Wilco all the time, but so I treated myself before Christmas. Got this from Ditch Records here in town, and it's called Cruel Country, and this is a country album. It's on black vinyl, 180 grams. That doesn't really make any difference to me, but it does come with a nice little, comes with a sheet of postcards. That's nice. Uh, Gave it a listen the other night. It is a country record, but that doesn't bother me because I'm a country fan. And what does it say? Wilco makes an understated magnus opus, and Uncut Magazine says it's America's greatest band. And I don't know if I agree with the greatest band label, but they are pretty damn good. So thanks, Glenn, for reigniting my interest in Wilco. And that's my first Wilco record. Yeah. There's a place, I wouldn't say it's in town, it's in the suburbs, but it's a small little record dealer that has a place in a shipping container. There's a number of little boutique stores at a train station, and I've never been there before. It's been around for about 4 or 5 years, but so I was killing some time out there while I was going up for coffee with friends, and I picked up an album by Billy Paul. It's on Philadelphia International, distributed by CBS, I think. Billy Paul's album called Only the Strong Survive. Always trying to boost up my soul collection, and this is from I am going to say 1974. And Leon Huff is on here, of course. Steve Gold's on keyboards. Dennis Harris. So a little bit disco-ish, I think, but still a great singer. Billy Paul doesn't get as much credit as he deserves in the VC for sure. So Billy Paul, Only the Strong Survive. Mike MGK is a big country fan. I know he's a fan of this gal. This is Jessie Coulter, her 1976 release, Diamond in the Rough. Of course, country. Married to Waylon Jennings for a long time, was one of his background singers, and she was married to him right up until the time he died. Love Jessie Coulter, love that picture. Got gorgeous, and she's got a great voice. And I don't know how many records she released. I think she released 5 or 6 records, and I've got 4 of them. So very happy to find that at a very reasonable price. That was $5, so that's great on Capitol Records. Coming up to the end, folks. Like to keep these under 20 minutes. I'm going to say a B-level Southern rock band, but I love my Southern rock, and this is Black Oak. They used to call themselves Black Oak, Arkansas. They changed their name to just Black Oak. Album called Race with the Devil. It is on Capricorn Records from, if I can find a date on here, I'm thinking 1977, right at the end of Capricorn's existence, before Phil Walden sort of drove it into the ground and mismanaged the finances. Of course, Jim Dandy has changed his name here. He calls himself J.D. Magram on this. He's on lead vocals, and looks like he's fixed his teeth. He used to have a terrible mouth of teeth, so Race with the Devil. A little bit of Southern rock. Like I said, they're a second tier Southern rock band. And last but not least, I'm so happy to find a copy of Grand Funk, self-titled record. Everybody just calls it the Red Record. I bought this for my buddy David in Birmingham, but JT beat me to gifting it to him. JT's Record Room visited England this year and sent a copy up to him. So he's got a copy, but that means I get to keep this copy, and it is a pretty good record. I haven't listened to Grand Funk in a long time. I like everything before the Todd Rundgren produced records, with when they went really mainstream and had huge hits. But I love this early rock. This is when they were still a trio. Fantastic stuff. Grand Funk. So that's all I got for you. So that takes care of my December finds, my January finds, and like I said, thanks to my new subscribers, my new friends. Thanks for watching it. I'm rolling up to 20 minutes. I like to keep it under 20 minutes. So thanks for watching. I am going to do a couple of tags. Do a Beatles tag. I'm coming up with a Rolling Stones tag for my other buddies. Going to do that next week. So until then, thanks for watching. Give me a like. Give me a sub if you want. Thanks for watching. And until next time, cheers, guys.